Hello guys, good day everyone. This is the Creators Lodge and you are welcome to my YouTube channel. Alright, so if this is your first time coming across my YouTube channel, probably a friend shared you the link so you can check it out. Probably you saw my tutorial video somewhere and you decided to check it out. Alright, please, I'll urge you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I urge you to like this video and also turn on the notification button so when next I drop an amazing video like this, YouTube will notify you quickly. All right. Also, I would want to say that if you have been trying to see how you can say thank you to me, for dishing out this value, probably you say, okay, I love your videos, I love your tutorials, and I love the excellence you are giving out in these videos, and I would love to say thank you. I would love to appreciate you in a way. All right, below this video, in the video description, you are going to see a seller.co link where you can actually buy me a coffee if you wish to. All right, so feel free to do so. Okay, let's get into the tutorial for today. So in today's tutorial, I want to show you guys how I designed this birthday flyer design in few minutes in the Pixellab application. All right, now this design is a spontaneous one. All right, I got to know that she's celebrating her birthday on the 5th of March, and I just said, okay, I need to do something, to just celebrate her. And I came up with this, and it's looking so lovely and amazing, and I have decided to share the tutorial with you guys. All right guys, so I'm going to be sharing with you the background, I'm going to be sharing with you the resource materials, but I'm not going to be giving a picture out. All right, I'm not going to be including a picture in the resource materials. And for those that don't know how, if you want to get the resource materials for this tutorial, kindly check the video description. All right, below this video, click on the video description. You are going to see links to download the materials, to download the font, and to download other things you are going to be needing for this design. All right, one more thing I would like to say before we go into the tutorial is this: try as much as possible, guys, to design something that looks a bit different from what I'm going to be showing you guys today. Okay, I said in my last tutorial that one way to check your creativity, all right, is doing something different from what you are seeing. Okay, now when you keep on replicating all my designs, all the tutorials I've been sharing with you guys, if you just keep on replicating every time, that's not really a good way to grow. All right, now when you go into the school sector, okay, when you go into the education sector, all right, now the instructor or the lecturer would be giving examples, will be giving examples, examples and assignment for you to do. But when it comes to the time of writing a test or doing a class assessment, all right, now you will notice that usually the class assessment and the test, which is to test your ability, your knowledge bank, all right, now you will notice that the class assessment and the test, they are usually different from the assignment that the lecturer gave previously in the classes, and they are usually different from the examples he gave in his classes. Now the reason why he is doing so is because he wants you to think outside the box. He wants you to do something different from what he has revealed to you. All right, so one way to become creative in your thinking, become creative in design, and be a professional very quickly is that whenever I drop a tutorial video, right, after practicing exactly what I've done, look for other ways of doing something similar but not exactly what I've done, so that when a client come to you and say, okay, I need this design, you won't just replicate my design and give to the client. Now you can actually create your own design. All right, so that is one good use of doing something different from what I'm showing you guys in the tutorials. All right, so I would urge you all to do something unique, something different with this tutorial. All right, let's get into business. So the size I used for this design, I used the usual size I used for my birthday flyers. All right, so I used the width is 3000 and the height is 4000. So I'm going to click OK. Yes, so the next thing I want to do is I want to bring in my design. Yes, I want to bring in my original design. That's my way of doing designs. Before doing any tutorial, I ensure I bring the original, to help me. So I'm going to bring from my gallery. Alright guys, so this is the original design. So I'm going to just mark this. I will urge you all to stay to the end of this tutorial, because in this tutorial I'm going to be unveiling an application that I have not revealed in any of my tutorial. I'm going to be unveiling an application. Alright, and this application helps you to enhance your photos. Not all the photos actually, but there are specific photos that it helps you to enhance, and it comes out very well. I made use of that application to enhance my design. All right, so I'm going to be showing you guys towards the end of this tutorial, so stay tuned. Now I'm going to increase my relative size because I just wanted to fill my background. I'm going to lock this layer. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to bring in the backgrounds I used. Okay, so I'm going to go to my gallery. Now this is the first background I used. All right, so I'm just going to mark this and I'm going to increase this size this way. Yes, I'm going to increase it this way. So now what I want to do here is I want to reduce the opacity. Okay, let me make this layer invisible. I want to make this invisible also. Now let me color my foreground. Now guys, I noticed that some of us, our designs, we usually make use of this background for our design. Don't ever make use of this background for your design, guys. Most of your clients are familiar with Pixellab application. Now, you want to design in such a way that clients will not think of, they don't want, you want to design in such a way that they will not be thinking that you made use of your phone to design. Now, there's something with clients, all right? There's something with clients. When a client discovers that you use your smartphone for your design, probably you do your design in the Canva application, or you do it in different phone application. Now when they discover that, they would want to bring down the value of your design. What do I mean? I mean that they would want to reduce your price. They want to reduce the value of the excellence you are giving out to them. All right, now you need to come to that point where you own your business. And how do you own your business? You need to come to that point where you start doing something creative, even though it's phone you are using, even though you are using a smartphone for your design. So most clients are familiar with this background, this default background of Pixellab. So never do your design in Pixellab using this background. All right, make sure you always change the background. Now I'm going to be changing my color to white color. Okay, I'm going to be changing my color to white, and I'm going to leave it this way. All right, now I'm going to make this layer visible now. All right, so I'm just going to centralize this. Yes, I'm going to centralize this, and what I want to do now, I'm going to reduce the opacity to about 22. Let me see if it's 22. All right, let me see. Let me check my original. Okay, let me leave it at 25. Yes, okay, so 25 is good. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to be bringing in this background. At the bottom of my design, you are going to see a background that looks like pattern. All right, now you can get stuffs like this on Freepik. You just go on Freepik and type pattern background. All right, so Freepik will give you backgrounds like this. So I'm going to bring in my pattern background now, but I didn't just imported it directly from my gallery. All right, so what I did, if you have watched my tutorial how to design a church flyer, you will understand what I want to do now. All right, and if you have watched my tutorial to design a birthday flyer, you will understand now. So first I'm going to create a shape, which is a square shape. Yes, a perfect square. So I'm going to mark this. Now I have a perfect square shape. All right, now I'm going to click on my edit. All right, I'm going to click on edit. I'm going to click on gradient, and I'm going to click on this particular gradient. All right, I clicked on gradient, up and down gradient. Now the first gradient I made use of white color. Okay, I click OK, but the second gradient I'm going to make use of transparent. You draw to this place. so that you can have a transparent background. So I'm going to click OK and mark this. Now I have a gradient as my, my square shape. All right, you are going to see it once I import the texture. Now, the pattern background, we are going to import it inside of this square shape. All right, so let's go to texture, and I'm going to pick from my gallery. All right, guys, so this is my texture, okay, and I've just imported it from my gallery. Now if I click out, all right, you are going to see that this part, the top part of our square shape, you are going to see that it has these sharp edges on the design, meaning that the texture, the pattern, all right, the pattern background is having these sharp edges on our design. Now if you remember, after creating this square shape, we made the top part of the square shape to be white color and the bottom part to be transparent. Now look at the bottom part of the square shape. You are going to see that it's blended to the background. That's the importance of using a gradient and making one side of the gradient to be colored and the other side to be transparent. It will make the transparent side of the shape, to have a blended feeling on your design. All right, and that's what we need. So now I'm just going to rotate this way. I want it to be at the bottom of my design, so I'm going to rotate this way and I'm going to bring it down this way. I don't want the sharp edges of this square shape to show on my design, so I'm going to bring it this way. I'm going to increase the size like this. Yes, I'm going to increase it again. Yes, and I'm going to place it this way. Let me check my original to see how I placed it. Okay, yes, so I'm going to place it this way. I'm just going to bring it this way. Yes, so what I want to do now is to lock this layer so it doesn't move, and I'm going to go to my opacity. I want to reduce the opacity, yes, to about 22 exactly. So now you can see we have the first background and the second background. So now I want to just bring in my image now from my gallery. So I've removed the background of this image in photo room. You can check out photo room to remove your backgrounds from images. All right, so I'm going to mark this. I'm going to increase the size this way, and I want to crop this so that the photo room logo will not reflect. Don't forget, whenever you go to photo room and you do a design, always remove the watermark. All right, so after cropping this, I'm going to increase this size this way, and I'm just going to let me look at my original to see the arrangement. All right, so I'm going to increase the size again. Yes, I'm going to reduce it a bit. Yes, so I'm going to leave it this way. Yes, I'm going to leave it this way. Okay, so I'm just going to make use of this to align, yes, so I'm making use of my grid because I want her to be at the middle. Now you can see the middle line of the grid. You can see it at the middle. All right, now guys, in my previous tutorial I talked about creating a box like this before starting a design, so that everything you do don't go out of the box. Now if you notice I'm not doing it, the reason I'm not doing it is because I am already let me say a master in this. All right, so I don't need the grid to align my work. I only use it once in a while. I used it in my previous tutorial just to show you guys an example. So when you see that I'm doing the design without using the grid, don't say I'm not using the grid. It's because I'm already a master at what I do. Yes, okay, so after bringing in the first image, I want to bring in the background. All right, so I'm going to be bringing in this silk material. Guys, if you're familiar with my previous tutorial, you're going to see that I love making use of this silk material a lot. Yes, so I'm going to change the hue to red, something like this. Yes, yes, so my hue is 127, so I'm going to leave it this way. So I'm going to bring my original and see how I positioned it. Yes, so I'm going to position it this way. I'm also going to be giving you guys the original, all right, so that you can, okay, so I'm just going to position it this way. Yes, so I'm just going to make this layer invisible, lock this layer. So now I have my silk, and the next thing I want to do is I want to bring in this love icon at the top. All right, so I'm just going to go to my gallery. All right, guys, So this is the love icon I made use of. I'm going to mark it. All right, so I'm just going to make my original visible. Yes, so this is a love flower. Okay, so I went to photo room, I removed the background and I blurred it. All right, so this is a love flower. I got this design from I think free pick now. Yes, I think free pick now. Yes, so I'm just going to reduce this size like this and I'm just going to place it here. Yes, I want it to stay here. Yes. All right, so I'm just going to make this invisible and see how far we've gone, and we are making progress. Yes, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go to my text. I want to add the text Dina Osai. All right, no, yes, so I'm going to check the video description for the link to download this font. I'm going to go to my font. The font I used is Gangitem. All right, Gangitem. So I'm going to click OK. Yes, and I'm going to go to my color and I'm going to change my color to red. Yeah. Yes. So one thing I want to do is that leaving this font like this, all right, it's not really visible. All right, the letter S, the letter A, all right, it looks kind of it's not really visible. So what I'm going to do is don't click bold. All right, once you click bold, it's going to be too bold. So I'm going to go to stroke. I'm going to click stroke, enable stroke, change the stroke to the same red color you used, and I'm going to reduce my stroke to 1 or 2, but I prefer 1. So I'm going to reduce my stroke to 1. So can you see now? So these are original, and yes, so I'm just going to place it this way so that it can just align, with each other. All right, so I'm going to make this layer invisible. Yes, so we have our Dina Osai. The next thing I want to do is I'm going to be bringing in, these pictures we used in our design. All right, these 2 pictures. Yes, so I'm going to go to my gallery. First thing I want to do is to bring in the picture frame. All right, guys, so this is the picture frame. So I'm just going to mark this way. I'm going to reduce it this way. Yes, so I'm just going to rotate it this way. Let me look at the original and see, the rotation. All right, so I'm just going to rotate it this way. Yes, I think this rotation angle is okay. Yes, okay, so I'm going to rotate it this way and I'm going to send it to back. All right, I'm going to take it behind the image. Yes, we want it to be behind the image, and at this point I'm going to be using the grid. All right, I'm going to be using the grid at this point because I want to achieve something here. All right, let me look at our original design and see. Okay, so after bringing in the frame, I'm going to copy the frame again. All right, I'm going to copy. Meanwhile, for the first frame I brought in, I'm going to be showing you guys the angle of rotation now. The rotation is -69, and this one that I copied, I'm just going to change the rotation to 69. All right, it's just the inverse. Let me see. Yes, I'm going to change the rotation to 69. Just do the inverse of that. Yes, so 69 now. But what I'm going to be achieving, what I want to do here now is that I want to create a grid now, just one line. All right, I just want one line because I want the 2 frame to be in alignment with each other. All right, I want it to be in alignment with each other, so I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. Yes, a little bit. Yes, so I'm going to bring this to back. Yes, so let me see. So now you can see that it is aligned. All right, yes, so the next thing we want to do is that we want to bring in the pictures, the mini pictures. All right, but before bringing that in, I'm going to click on shape. I'm going to mark this. Now I want to create a shape. All right, I didn't just bring the pictures in. All right, I first created a shape, a square shape. I'm going to reduce the size this way. I'm going to make sure it's aligned to the frame. All right, so I'm just going to increase this. I want it to be aligned to the frame. All right, because we want to add a texture inside of the square shape. All right, yes, so I'm just going to leave it this way. this is aligned. Yes, so this is aligned. So the next thing I want to do, in my previous tutorial I taught you guys this. I'm going to copy this same square shape and I'm going to reduce to the lowest. All right, I'm going to reduce the size. All right, after reducing the size, then I'm going to merge these two shapes together. The reason I want to do so is because I have distorted this square shape already, so it's no longer a perfect square shape. So if I bring in my texture, which is the picture, if I bring it into this shape, it's not going to look good. All right, so first I'm going to merge these two shapes so that Pixellab will now think that I am having just one shape. All right, so that's the whole idea behind this. That's the trick. All right, I'm going to merge this so it's going to look like a fresh shape now. So once I bring in the texture, the texture is going to stand well. All right, so I'm going to merge these two layers and I'm just going to merge and click OK. So once I'm done merging this, I'm going to go to my texture and insert texture. Alright, so this is the first texture I want to insert. I'm just going to change this to 9:9:16. Okay, I don't want it to be this way. If I insert it this way, some of the backgrounds will actually reflect on the design and it's going to be too much. So I really want to focus on our image rather than focusing on the background. So I'm going to I'm going to trim some parts of this. So I'm going to click 9:16. All right, so now you can see immediately I click 9:16, you can see the lock icon has been activated. So I'm going to deactivate this lock icon. All right, I'm deactivating it because I want to reduce from the bottom, but I can't reduce now because the lock icon is already activated. So I'm going to unlock. Yes, so now I'm going to reduce this way. All right, so after reducing this way, I'm going to move I think I'm going to move this way again. So let me mark and see. All right, now let's go back to texture. I didn't get it right. You keep on doing it until you get it right. So I'm going to go back to texture again. I'm going to delete this and I'm going to add texture. Now this is the second trial, so I'm going to click on 9:16 again. I'm going to unlock and I'm going to reduce this way and I'm going to move this way. All right, let me move this way and see. Okay, let me move this way. All right, I'm going to move this way and see. Yes, so I think I've gotten it now. All right, so I'm just going to take this behind the frame. Yeah, so now you can see. All right, so I'm going to take this behind the frame. Let me bring in the original and see. I want to compare and contrast. All right, so okay, I really want it to be like the original, so I'm going to go one more time. I'm going to delete this texture again and add a texture again. All right, so this should be the last time. All right, so I'm going to unlock this. I'm going to reduce this way. I'm going to move it this way. All right, this way like this. I'm going to move it this way. I'm trying to give much allowance at the left hand side, on the left hand side of this design, or I'm trying to give much space, all right, on the left hand side of this design so that the main image can sit well in our texture. All right, so that's the reason why I'm moving left. All right, so I'm going to mark this and see. Yes, finally we've gotten it right. Yes, we've gotten it right now. So I'm just going to lock this layer. I'm going to lock this. So we're going again. We're going to go for the second time. We're going to create another shape, for the next image. We're going to create another shape. I'm just going to mark this. Same process we followed. I'm going to reduce this. I'm going to rotate. I'm going to place it this way. All right, let me click. Let me use the rotate. Yes, so I'm going to just move it this way, let it fit in the frame. Yes, so I'm just going to take it behind, bring it behind our main image. Yes, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go to texture. No, we haven't merged. All right, so after creating this shape, I'm going to copy this shape again. All right, I'm going to reduce the size. Yes, and I'm going to merge the both. All right, so after merging this, then I'm going to take it back behind to back. I'm going to move it to back, or you can click this to back, but once you click this to back, it's going to take it to the bottom of your design. behind the background. That is why I'm not using this toolbar. So I'm just going to use it manually, hold this place, draw down, and bring it down again. Yes. So I'm going to impute my texture now. So I'm going to click on texture. Alright, so this is the texture I want to use. I'm going to click 9:16, unlock this, reduce this way. Yes. And let me see if I'm to move it. Okay, I think I'm going to move it this way. So let me mark it and see. Alright, it's too much. I'm going back again. I'm going to delete this, add texture again. Alright, so I'm going to click on 9:16. I'm going to unlock this. I'm going to reduce it this way. I'm going to move it this way. Alright, so it won't be too much again. I'm just going to mark this. Alright, so thank you. So let's leave it this way. Now I want to say something, guys. When you are doing graphic design, alright, don't manage. Alright, if you are not getting it right, start again. Make sure you get it right. Alright, make sure you get it right. When a client sees that you are always managing the design, you are always managing the errors, alright, you are not avoiding errors, you are always managing, the clients will stop giving you jobs to do. So always make sure that you get it right in your design. Keep on doing it until you get it right. Now I'm going to lock this layer also. Alright, it's already locked. So the next thing I want to do is I want to add the text happy birthday. I'm just going to add the text happy birthday. Yes, so I'm just going to bring it this way. I'm going to reduce the size. I'm going to go to my font, and I made use of Gangi term. Yes, so I'm going to change the color to red, the same red color we used. I'm going to click this red color, and I'm just going to go to my line spacing and increase the line spacing this way. All right, I'm going to increase the line spacing to let me see. Yeah, I'm going to increase to 100, and the size of my text, I'm going to reduce my text size to about 22. Yes, I'm going to just align this at the middle. Yeah, so the next thing I want to do is, now we have our happy birthday. The next thing I want to do is to add the 15th of March. All right, so I'm just going to add a new text and just impute 15th of March. All right, so I didn't write the March in full, so I just wrote 15 MAR. So I'm going to go to my font. Now the font I used for this 15th of March is not Gangi term. All right, the name of the font is Against. All right, if you are conversant to my previous tutorial, you will know this font, Against Regular. So I'm going to click OK. I'm going to change the color to red. Yep, okay, red. Yes, so I'm going to reduce the size. All right, I'm going to reduce the size. I think 18 is okay. Yeah, I'm going to reduce the size to about 18. I'm going to bring it up this way. Yes, so the last thing I want to do is I'm going to copy this 15th of March, and I'm going to bring it here. I want to write the Reverend Mrs. So I'm going to write REV, then MRS, then full stop. Yes, so the font I used is Photograph Signature. I'm going to go to my font, click on Photograph Signature, and click OK. I'm going to be giving you guys the link to download all these fonts. All right, Photograph Signature, Gangi term, Against Regular. Yes, so I have my Reverend Mrs. Now I am making sure that the Reverend Mrs. I didn't just place it anywhere. All right, now let me use my meter rule and show you guys something. Ensure that your Reverend Mrs. aligns, the letter R is aligning with the letter D. Now can you see this? Don't just put the Reverend Mrs. anywhere, like maybe here, somewhere here. You can put it at the middle, but the reason why I didn't put it at the middle is because the text is going to the color contrast is not really nice. It's going to be at war with the color of our clothes. All right, it's not going to be visible. So that is the reason why I had to shift it to this place, so that the Reverend is going to be on the white background and the Mrs. is going to be on her clothes. So it makes it more unique. So that's the reason why I'm placing it here. So, but make sure when you are doing yours, your Reverend should be, your letter R should be aligned with letter D of the D now. All right, so let me look at my original. I think we are already done in Pixellab. Yes, So the next thing we want to do is we're going to be going into the Pixellab application to add the light effects. So once you are done, you're going to click on save as image. First save as project, all right, so that you can always revisit the project on your Pixellab application. When you are done saving as project, save as image, save the image as ultra to get the highest quality. And once it's saved, you now go to Pixellab to add the light effect. All right, let's go into the Pixart application. All right, guys, you're welcome to the Pixart application. So once you open the Pixart application, this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to click on the design, and once I click on the design, I'm going to go to my add photo as usual. So I'm going to click add photo and bring in all the light effects I used in this design. All right, guys, so these are the light effects I used in this design. Okay, so I'm just going to be working on them one by one. I brought the three of them in, I imported the three of them all together. All right, I don't want to be doing it one by one. So I'm going to move this here. I just want to move this here for now so that I can work on one first. All right, so I'm going to reduce this and just move this here for now. I'm going to be working with this. All right, so what I want to do here, as usual, go to the blend and go to screen. So once it's on screen, I'm going to bring it here. All right, it's going to have that effect here towards our hand. All right, so I'm going to copy this again, and when I'm done copying, I'm going to go to crop, click on crop, click on rotate, and click on horizontal. All right, so I'm going to flip to the other side. I'm going to mark once I'm done. So I'm going to bring it down again. I'm going to bring it towards this place like this. Yes, so I'm done with the first light effect. Now this, I'm just trying to make that light effect just give the design a little amazing feel. So the next light effect I want to work on is the lens, the lens flare here. So I'm going to go to my blend as usual, click on blend and click on screen. Yes, so I'm going to increase the size. Now if you noticed in this design, I only made use of one of these. I didn't put it in the design as usual as I used to do in my other designs, because this design is actually unique. So I just fixed the lens flare here. Yes, so this is where the lens flare should be. But first, before going there, click on the adjust, click on adjust. After clicking on blend, click on adjust. All right, click on hue and change the hue to the red color. All right, so that the hue can align with the design. All right, I think the red color is -33 here. I think it's minus, let me see. Okay, let's leave it at -38. Once you are done, you mark this once. Yes, so after marking this once, I'm going to just bring that hue here. All right, yes, let me increase it again. Yeah, so I'm just going to bring it here this way. Yes, all right, so the next thing I want to do, which is the last thing I want to do, is this light effect. I'm going to be placing it. I'm just going to change the blend to screen. Yep, and I'm going to rotate it this way. I want it to be on the frame, the picture frames. Right, I made use of something like this in one of my tutorials I did on birthday flower design. Yes, so I'm just going to rotate it this way. I want it to be on the picture frame, so that's just the goal of this. Yep, so I'm going to rotate it this way. Make sure the angle of rotation is correct. Mine is not correct, so I'm going to rotate again. I'm still going to rotate again. Yeah, so it's okay like this now. Yes, so we have that light effect. So I'm going to copy it again, that same light effect. I'm going to copy and I'm going to rotate the other way around. All right, I'm going to rotate, but now I'm going to reduce it because I don't want the light effect to be on the major design. All right, our major image. All right, so I'm just going to bring it this way. Yeah, something like this. Yes, let me increase the size a bit. Yep. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave it here this way. Now you can see we now have the light effect on this part of our design, and we have the light effect on the other part of our design. So I am done with the Pixellab application. So once you are done, you are going to mark this. Once you mark, click on the drop down download button. It's going to download on into your gallery. Now just cancel this. Now we are done downloading this. The next thing we want to do, if you look at, let me zoom in this design, you are going to see that our face is very blurry. All right, very, very blurry, especially this major image. It's very blurry. All right, and if you look at this also, you see that it's kind of blurry. All right, and this also. So if you submit this kind of design for a client, he will like the design, but actually it's not going to be 100% affection for the design. All right, because the image is blurry. So what I want to do is I'm going to be showing you guys an application that allows you to to sharpen your design, but it doesn't work all the time. It's an AI application called Remini. All right, let's go into Remini. All right, guys, so this is the Remini application. I'm going to be dropping the link to download this app in Google Play Store in the video description. All right, now Remini works with data. All right, you need to own your data connection before you can make use of Remini. And another thing about Remini is that if you are on the free plan, you need to be ready to watch a lot of adverts. All right, they always bring all these pop adverts a lot. All right, so for you to prevent that, you need to subscribe to the paid plan. All right, so I'm going to be clicking on the design now. This is the design we brought in from Pixellab. So once you click on the design, Remini will ask enhance with and add remove ads and limits. If you want to use remove ads and limits, it means you are going to subscribe to the pro plan. But if you want just enhance and watch ads, it means that while Remini is enhancing your design, you need to watch an advert to keep you company. All right, so I'm just going to click enhance, watch an ad, and I'm just going to skip this part. Yes. All right, guys, so Remini is done enhancing our design. Now if you look at the design, you are going to see on the left hand side, you're going to see at the top before, and at the right hand side you're going to see after. Now I'm going to just move this. Now you're going to see this is after Remini has enhanced, and this is before Remini has enhanced. Now zoom in, you're going to see how blurry this picture is before Remini enhanced this. Now let's zoom to the after Remini enhanced. Now look at her face. You're going to see how that her face is very sharp now. But the disadvantage of Remini is this: Remini only enhance faces. All right, it doesn't go beyond the face of an individual. The clothes, the jewelry, the clothes is looking blurry, but just the face. Remini only enhances the face. All right, just the face. All right, now another disadvantage of Remini is that it doesn't usually work for all pictures. There are some pictures that once you use Remini to enhance, it will disfigure the picture. The picture will be looking like AI picture and not a good one. It's just going to be looking anyhow. All right, so but sometimes Remini is very good. It works well for pictures. Now but there's something Remini did here. The saturation of our design has been reduced by Remini. Now you can see the red color saturation is much here, but coming to this place, Remini has reduced the saturation. So we are going to correct that, but not here. We're going to be correcting that in the Pixellab application. All right, so I'm just going to download. Click on the download. You are still going to watch an advert for you to download this. All right, so I'm just going to click on download and save, watch and add. All right, guys, so once it's done downloading, you're going to see save to gallery and just click done, or you can decide not to click done, and let's just go to Pixellab. All right, guys, so welcome to Pixellab application. So what I want to do is I want to bring in the design we brought from Remini. So I'm just going to click on this layer. All right, I'm going to click on this layer. Don't click this addition and from gallery. All right, you will need to start resizing your work and stuffs and all that. So I'm just going to click this fourth layer, and I'm going to click from gallery. All right, so once I click from gallery, this is our design. I'm just going to mark this. Now once you do this, it will automatically make this design your background. That's the essence of clicking from gallery. It makes this design your background. All right, so once I'm done doing this, I'm going to go to the fourth layer, the fifth layer now, which is the layer where you are going to see brightness, contrast, hue, saturation. So I just want to increase my saturation. So I'm just going to increase this. Now can you see this? Now the more I increase the saturation, the more the red is coming up. The more I reduce, all right, it's becoming grayscale. All right, so I just want to increase the saturation a bit. Yes, I'm just going to leave it at I'm going to leave my saturation at let me see. I don't want it to be too much on the design, and I don't want it to be too small. Yes, I'm just going to leave my saturation at 7. All right, so 7. Yes, so once you look at the before and look at the after, you're going to see that there's much difference. All right, so my saturation is at 7. Yeah, so I'm just going to mark this. All right guys, so the last thing we want to do is to add the light effect beneath the text dinner or sai. Now I didn't add it while we were adding the other lens flare and other light effects, but you can actually do all at that particular time. All right, you can actually do all the same time, but I choose to first enhance the picture in the Remini application before adding that. So I'm going to save this in my gallery, and I'm going to go to the Pixellab application so that I can add the light effect on the dinner side. So let's go to Pixellab one more time. Alright guys, so this is the Pixellab application. So I'm going to go to my add photo and bring in the light effect. Okay, so this is the light effect. So I'm just going to click on blend and click on screen. I'm going to increase this. All right, just leave it the way it's the red color. I'm going to increase this, and I'm just going to bring it to the bottom this way. All right, let me reduce it a bit. Yeah, I'm just going to bring it to the bottom this way. Yes, and you have it beneath the dinner or side. Yes, so this is how you just add the light effect beneath the text. All right guys, so once you are done, you just mark this, and once you mark this, you click on the save button, and you are done with the design. All right guys, thank you so much for staying till the end of this tutorial. I believe you love this tutorial. If you have not subscribed, do not forget, do well to subscribe, turn on the notification button, and please share this video so that others can see and watch this video. All right, thank you very much. See you in my next tutorial.